All right, so we're doing absolute values. Absolute value is the distance from 0 on a number line. And so I'm not going to do all of these examples. So for example, the absolute value of a negative 13 is 13. Okay. The absolute value of 21 is 21. So basically, it makes a number positive. Okay. So on number 3, you would do order of operations first. The absolute value of the negative 3 is 3, plus the absolute value of 5 is, negative 5 is 5, so my answer is 8. Okay. And if you look at number 4, you would have 9 plus 8, so that's 17. Okay, we don't need to look at 5, but if you look at 6, this is where this is different. You would do the inside first, so that's the absolute value of 4, which is 4. You do not do them separately. Okay, so same thing on number 9. You would do the inside first, so that's a negative 8, and then you would take the absolute value. So it's very important that you do order of operations. Absolute values come like parentheses. Okay, so we're going to look at order of operations. Order of operations are using, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, so it's order. So the first thing you always do is parentheses or absolute values, any grouping, you do that first. Okay. The next thing you do is exponents. Okay. Then I like to write multiplying and dividing together because you do them from left to right, like you're reading a book. And then you're going to look at adding and subtracting, same thing. Adding and subtracting from left to right. Okay. All right, so if I look at the first one, my parentheses, and I hate how they use parentheses for this, but my parentheses in this case, it's not a group. That parentheses means multiplication. So I would actually do this division first. Okay, so that would be 54 divided by 3 is 18. Now that means multiplication. So 18 times 2 is 36, and my answer is 43. Okay, if I look at number 14, I would do my exponents first. That comes first. So 2 to the 5th, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So I'd have 17 minus 32 divided by 4 plus 6. And if I look, my dividing comes next. So 32 divided by 4 is 8. And now all I have left is adding and subtracting. So you start on the left, and this is 9. And 9 plus 6 is 15. So you do order of operations. Okay, so if I look at the next one, my exponent comes first. So 4 squared is 16. And then if I look, multiplication comes next. 16 times 3 is 48. Oops, that's a 15. And then I would do 24 minus 48 because it's all adding and subtracting. So you're just going to go from left to right. So you'd have a negative 24 plus 15, which comes out as a negative 9. All right. And so now if you think about the next question, number 16, that is doing, you would do the parentheses first. So you got to do everything inside of these parentheses. So you would do 7 minus 4 plus 17. And you're also going to look at the bottom because it's like 2 separate problems. And so you would do a negative 14 plus 10. Well, 7 minus 4 is 3. Negative 14 plus 10, is a negative 4. So I would get 20. You're going to do the top and the bottom. And once you get to a number, then you would divide. Okay, we are not going to do all of these on the other side, but I do want to look at 17 and 18. Okay, so on 17, parentheses come first. So here is a parentheses and here is parentheses. And I know that's an absolute value, but that still counts as a parentheses. So I'm going to do 8 minus 3, or 5 is 3. And then 5 squared is 25. 4 cubed is 64. Okay, so then I would do my 3 cubed, which is 27. And my 25 minus 64 is a negative 39. Okay, so the absolute value of a negative 39 is 39, but I have a minus sign there because of this minus right here. So it became positive, but you're still subtracting. Now this is where kids get confused. This comes first, it's dividing. So you're going to do 27 divided by 39, which is 13. And so your answer is 14. Okay, you have to do these in pieces. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Now I wanted to talk about 18 and then we are done because I hate how they do these negative squareds. So order of operation, you're squaring it first, and then you're taking the negative of it. So that actually is a negative 49 plus 9 times 4 plus 18 divided by 2 times 5. Okay, we got to get rid of the absolute value first, and times comes before subtracting. So this would be a negative 49 plus 36. And then if I do all this plus 18 divided by, I can do all my dividing. So that would be 9 times 5 because 18 divided by 2 is 9. So negative 49 plus 36 is a negative 13 plus 9 times 5 is 45. So this would be 13 plus 45 and my answer is 58. Okay.